It's been almost 10 years since The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess was released for the Nintendo Gamecube and the Wii. At the time, fans had just gotten done playing The Wind Waker, and they were craving a realistic looking Zelda game to follow up Ocarina of Time. Fast forward 10 years later, and fans are eagerly anticipating the release of The Legend of Zelda Wii U, and to keep them busy, Nintendo has remastered Twilight Princess in HD for the Wii U. For those unfamiliar with the game, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess takes place in an alternate timeline of the Legend of Zelda universe. In this timeline, Link must protect the Kingdom of Hyrule from being engulfed by the dark dimension known as the Twilight Realm. Link can't do it alone though. With the help of a creature named Midna, and Link's new ability to transform into a wolf within the Twilight Realm, Link must save Hyrule and his friends. This remaster, very much like the Wind Waker HD, isn't just a prettier version of the game. Some gameplay changes have also been made to make the game much more approachable in 2016. For example, the required amount of tier lines has dropped from a total of 16 to only 12. You're also able now to manually transform into Wolf Link without having to speak to Midna. There's also a few changes that can make the game much more challenging for anyone looking to have a tough time. A new hero mode difficulty will double the damage you get from enemies and stop enemies from dropping health refills. Additionally, if you have a Ganondorf amiibo, you can double the already doubled damage to make the game even harder than the hero mode. Now while I'm on the topic of amiibo, there's actually a good amount of amiibo support in this game. I already said what Ganondorf does, but if you have a Link or Toon Link amiibo, you can use them to replenish your arrows. If you scan Zelda or Sheik, you can replenish your health. Lastly, if you scan the new Wolf Link amiibo, you can unlock the new Cave of Shadows dungeon that acts as a new set of challenges for Wolf Link. As far as the visual upgrade goes, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD is absolutely beautiful. New textures have been created for certain parts of the game, making it look better than ever. Twilight Princess HD runs at a buttery smooth 30 frames per second at 1080p HD. The visual gameplay upgrade is a combination of both the Wii and the GameCube version. The HD release takes the 16:9 widescreen gameplay of the Wii version, but keeps the horizontal orientation of the GameCube version. This horizontal orientation is flipped, however, every time you play the hero mode to match up with the Wii gameplay. The real graphical upgrade that's really noticeable is mainly in character models and in-game objects. Character models are sharp with detail, especially when you compare them to the original GameCube releases. For those of you looking at trailers of the game online, those do not do the upgrades justice. It definitely looks much better in person when you're playing it on the TV. However, not everything is upgraded. For example, the skyline still looks like a 2D image floating in the sky with 3D models coming out of it. There's also some instances where the texture upgrades backfire. Trees, for example, look sharper, but for 2016, the models of them look absolutely terrible. The leaves, although much sharper, look like pasted on 2D images on a 3D tree. So in some instances, the HD upgrade is a blessing, and in others it shows the age of the game. Speaking of aging, there are some things that have and haven't aged well. The overall story and gameplay is still great with some minor exceptions. I enjoyed getting to replay all of Twilight Princess once again with a much better look, but the one thing that did anger me were the old horse riding mechanics. The controls feel extremely outdated and only get me more excited for the improved controls in Zelda Wii U. With that said, everything else in terms of gameplay feels fantastic. You can control Link with the gamepad or with the Wii U Pro controller. If you end up using the gamepad, you'll have access to a few different tools on the touchscreen. For example, you can navigate your minimap while exploring a dungeon, or map items to different buttons. Pushing the minus button will transfer the gameplay from the TV over to the gamepad for a complete off-TV experience. Seeing a much larger version of the map in the palm of my hands came in handy when exploring dungeons, and the ability to play Twilight Princess entirely from the comfort of my desk or in my bed was a great experience. If you're a Legend of Zelda fan, you'll enjoy revisiting this game with the upgraded visuals. Besides the weird horse mechanics, Twilight Princess has aged well in terms of the gameplay. A lot of the gameplay mechanics continue to work flawlessly, with the story being as great as you remembered it. The big attraction with this release, however, is the new visuals and the gameplay changes that come along with it. In that aspect, the new gameplay changes make the game easier to play for newcomers, while still adding challenging gameplay to hardcore veterans of the series. Visually, the game looks great for a remaster of a 2006 game, but in no way looks like a 2016 game. As long as you keep your expectations in check and remember that this game is a remaster and not a complete remake, then I think you'll enjoy revisiting Twilight Princess. However, if you're expecting a complete overhaul of the game with better controls and vastly better graphics that match up the standards set by other Wii U games, you'll be setting yourself up for disappointment. If you're hungry for Zelda Wii U, then this should keep your hunger at bay, at least for a little while. Thank you all very much for watching my review. I hope you guys found it useful and enjoyable, and if you did and feel like helping out my channel, you can drop a like on the video and share it on your favorite social networks. If you're watching this review once the game is out, let me know what you think of it in the comment section below, or what you're most excited to experience. Thank you all once again for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later.